Bore da pawb. Thanks for joining us, morning people. And we're just setting off for another walk. Just left our lovely campsite in a little tiny hamlet called Rhydlydan, and we don't know where we're going. You might know by now because you can see the title of the video, but it's quite a hot day and we're supposed to be due some thunderstorms by early afternoon. So I had one route planned out that was it's going to be about 10 miles or whatever, and that might take us into the thunderstorms. And I've got another one in my head. There's a hill just up the road here called Garn Priest, and I don't know, it's access land, but I don't know what the access onto it is like. So anyway, we're just heading off and seeing where we get to. So you're welcome to join us. As you can see from that road sign, roughly what area of North Wales we're in, and we're not too far from Betws Llanrwst, places like that, and then heading inland, say 11 miles would take you to Lake Bala, but we're not going that far today. Partly because by the time we came back it'd be 22 miles. Too warm for that. Too old for that, to be honest. So just checking the map, and just up to our right, past all these cows, I think that's Garn Priest. Behind that, you can't see it from here, there's a proper big mountain called Carnatha Viliast. I think there's actually two mountains in North Wales with the same name, and the one behind here is the one that's in the county of Gwynedd, I think. I'll correct it on the screen if I'm wrong, but it can be done from here, but it's a hell of a hike, so I'll probably leave that one for a day when I'm on my own. And yeah, if we can do this one, it does look a nice little challenge. Well, that's bad news. That's the track I was hoping to go up, but it's marked as private. Oh well, let's check out the map and see what else we can come up with. There was a track a little bit further back that led around, but again it's access to that access land that we need. Anyway, let's have a look at the map. Right. We've made an executive decision. We're heading back down the hill, and there is a marked footpath just off, and that does actually adjoin onto the access land, so hopefully that'll allow us to climb up. There's no footpaths up to the top, but if it doesn't, I can see a couple of options for just making a short circular route back to the campsite. But yeah, it could work out being one of those days. It's sometimes the way it goes when you're planning your own routes. You just don't come together. I've especially found that in parts of Wales that you know, there's marked footpaths and they might just go just out to a farmstead or something and then stop. So there's no way of going any further. So you you know, there's a lot of paths that have fallen into disuse and have become blocked. So yeah, it can be frustrating at times. So don't do like we did, folks. Trwch i'r lwybyr ar y dde. Take the path on the right. Anyway, we'll see where it brings us. It might take us to nothing as well, but we can but try. It's already looking a little more promising. Just heading out across open countryside now, and hopefully when we get beyond this gate we can just cross this access land up the ridge. We shall see. Well, it looks like we're going to have to admit defeat on Garn Priest. Might be access land, but they don't seem to want you up there. Tried to cut left away from this farm path, but there's fences and such like, so you can't get there. So if anybody else has ever walked in the area and knows how you can do it, I'm all ears. But anyway, so all we're going to do is we're just going to see if we can negotiate a loop back round to our starting point, and that'll do us for a little morning's walk. It's still very beautiful, lovely sunny day, and we've just heard a cuckoo, and we've got the beautiful Carnarvon Mountains down there to look at. It's all a bit hazy on the horizon, but yeah, still a nice walk. Not all lost. Right, onward. Even really call this plan B, because it's not really a plan anymore, but anyway, it's rather nice down here, can't knock it. Path seems to go through here, but better check the map again. Really doing well for cuckoos this year. I think that's Maria's first, or no, this walk is the first. We've heard a few, but yeah, I've been hearing them on virtually every walk. Fairly close, that one. I'm not sure if we're getting nearer to it or not. Well, this next stretch of path doesn't look like it's been used for some time. It's completely full of nettles. Let's give it a go, see how it looks.
No!
Got to go back uphill otherwise.
I'll go back uphill.
I've caught a tree in my backpack. Come on, Maria, unhook me.
What am I doing? I'm just following you off.
Well, unhook this tree from my backpack. Here's the nettles. Wow. Oh, right, that was a right adventure.
Sherpa. Sherpa green.
Bushwhacking all the way down, so that path hasn't been used for quite some time. I can't say I'd recommend it,
Nope.
but I am going to mark it on the route on the OS Maps app just to say somebody has used it, because that's how we lose these paths. So we're just heading down to a farm now, and then there is supposed to be a path to our right, and hopefully that's not as overgrown or blocked off or anything. Let's see how we go on. Poorly maintained stile and barbed wire across the top of the stile. Absolutely unacceptable. You really want to give some landowners a bloody good wobble. Back on a little country lane now, and normally blacktop isn't that welcome on a walk, but glad to see it on this one. Right. Just on the last stretch now, back to the campsite, and by the time we get there we'll only have done about 4 miles, but it's taken us about 3 hours with all our detours and bushwhacking through disused paths and everything. It's been a tough one, hasn't it? Covered in all sorts.
Yep.
Scratches,
Injured
as well, but yeah, it was a toughie. So I will mark the route below.
If you can trace it back.
I would not recommend it, but I am going to mark it on the OS Maps app just to prove that somebody's used the footpaths. So I would only recommend it if you're fanatical about keeping disused rights of way open, to be fair. But anyway, it's been fun, and it was nice hearing the cuckoos and whatever all along the way. So yeah, it's been a nice bit of exercise on a Saturday morning. Right, thanks very much for watching. Even though we didn't reach any of our intended targets, but anyway, no doubt we'll see you again on another video very soon. Cheers now, bye.